That's £1,000 worth of metal on each row. So that's crazy. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Hello. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today it's Thursday. We're just going to go and have a look at that roller. This morning I went down to the dealership. We dropped off those tyres which were in the truck last night. And whilst I was down there, I spoke to a mechanic who said that he could help me out with this hydraulic ram, which we've had a bit of a problem with over the last few years because it's just started to rust up where the chrome is. And I did reseal it only a few years ago, but unfortunately due to the rusting on the ram, the rod is now becoming a bit of an issue. So I just asked him about a solution and could we get this fixed, and he said he would help me out and get it taken apart. We're going to take the rod out and get a replacement rod because it's very difficult to get them re-chromed around here. And also he said because of the rusting on it, we can get a machined rod, put that in, replace it, and then we can still keep the old ram because new rams nowadays are really expensive. So hopefully, if all goes well, it will be a little bit cheaper than buying a brand new hydraulic ram. And I did look at replacing some of these rings. They are fairly worn down, but they were about £60 per ring, and these ones have been pretty good to us over the years, so we won't be changing these for many years yet. Not at £60 a ring. One row would probably be near on like £600 and then some. 4, 5, 6. That's £1,000 worth of metal on each row, so that's crazy. So it'll be 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, and then that's not including the little rings, which are a little bit cheaper but still expensive. So you're looking at probably the best part of £4,000 for a new set of rings, at which point you may as well buy a new set of rollers. So so these rings are fine, they're doing the job for us, and I hope they last for many more years to come. So we've got to get this ram off. Well, there we go, there it is. Getting on for near 30-year-old hydraulic ram. Done the job all those years, but it's just in need of repair on that rod, which is just over here. So just have a look at it, see if we can drain the oil, give it a bit of a clean up. It's a shame, you can just see where the parts of the rod have started to rust, and once it rusts, the rusted bits there, they just start piercing through the seals of the ram, which is annoying. So just one of those things. It looks as though they've been knocked a little bit over the years. Maybe some bits of stones flick up and chip the bar, chip the hydraulic ram. We have a similar problem on the loader sometimes on the Manitou with a locking pin on that, and you get chips which just chip away and then break the layer, and then you get rust build up. So it's one of those things. Load of crud on here, just old oil from all the years and just absolute crud which has just turned out, built up over the years. So now we're just going to head out with the Manitou. We're going to go and pick up some straw, which I wanted to get the last few days. We unloaded that silage just earlier on this week, and now that that's been unloaded, I can put the twin spike on and just get some more loads of straw in from that barley field. I'm hoping we can put this onto the bale trailer today and not have to take the tractor. It does tow pretty well, this little handler, as we found out when we were pulling that silage home the other day. So it's more than capable for the job. There's just these last few ones left. Oh, little rabbit just ran out of the bush there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 21 left. Lovely day actually. Oh, the only thing about taking the loader is it's a very rough ride, as you probably tell. This field we called Hill House Field, and I cannot wait though to come in here with a subsoiler and rip all this up so it's not so rough, not so bumpy. I don't know whether we'll plough it in the spring, I'm not too sure, but it is very compacted, this field. Very compacted, very bumpy as well, as you can probably tell. Had carrots on here a few years ago and that hasn't helped the situation. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, we just popped the lights off. We won't get the 21, but we'll maybe get 15. Drop that hitch down. Just have it after a while and you get used to this later. All your sequences you have to do. Okay, alrighty. Here we go. Picking them up with a twin spike. Oh, the trouble is I've got the sun on my face this afternoon doing this. Managed to load it the way I normally do. 2 just away from the back so I can get another one on the back there, and then just 2 near the front. All goes well. Now, I've had some questions. Some of you guys have been asking about some other telehandlers. Well, I think there is only one loader I'd like to have a look at, and that's the Vaderstad, which has come out, the brand new Vaderstad, which I think underneath is a Kramer. So they're made in Germany. I think John Deere's got some shares in them. But honestly, once you get used to JSM joystick and Manitous, you don't really want to go back to the old style joystick. It's difficult to explain. And the curved windscreen, the patented guard on the top, it's on the outside, not the inside. I was having a conversation with a farmer about this the other day, because on some telehandlers you've got the metal on the inside. Well, if something hits from the outside, it's going to hit the bar first on the outside and not smash the glass, hopefully. Whereas on the other ones, when you get the glass on the outside, it'll smash the glass from the outside. No, I think they're a really good product. And they were sold for many years by Ben Burgess in Norwich, who are a top dealer of John Deere products. So that obviously tells you something, although we never bought our Manitous from Ben Burgess because we couldn't quite afford them at that point in time. So we managed to get this one off Ernest Doe's, which was fairly well priced. So that's why I've managed to end up with a Manitous. If it wasn't for Doe's, probably wouldn't have ended up with one. So we've been really happy with it. I do like some of the larger ones they make now, the 737, 741, and there's all these different models. I'm such a nerd about Manitous, but I just appreciate what they try to do with their machines, you know. Even the pump on this little thing is so quick, you know, just for a small 6.3 ton lift machine. Unbelievable little thing, really. Not to mention the rev up function, just give me a little bit more boost, faster hydraulic response. Epic little thing. You can see just here, this was the prime reason really why we want to get the bales in whilst we still can. It's just starting to go wet again, this field, and before long there'll be a mud bath. When spring comes around though, we'll be able to subsoil a lot of this and we'll be able to deal with the compaction, which will then hopefully stop areas like that, wet spots where the ground's compacted and the water can't escape. That'll be brilliant with the subsoiler for that job. Back in the yard, the only thing is when you come back in sometimes with the bale trailer on, it's difficult to turn around. So if we can get this turned around, dropped off in its usual place. You can do it, you can do it. Easy, easy. Alright, well that's worked out pretty well, but using these other ones actually as a wall now for when people turn up for the horse stuff, all the horse arena and all that sort of good stuff. We had some people parking where the bucket was and then we couldn't feed the animals, so we just put a little straw wall there, and then we've got a straw wall that side and it works pretty well. And then this is our clamp. We've been looking at some of those Lego block walls which I was telling you guys about earlier on in the year with the biomass system, so you can put some blocks down, make your own clamp and then store material outside, which will be really good. So if we do get a clamp, it will be some portable walls which maybe we could put along here. And we've still got that pottinger over there, need to do that, that's another job. Clover, come on. You're so excited, aren't you? All the time. She's jumping in the fodder beak now. There's the fodder beak bucket some of you guys have been asking about. I've seen that KW Services have made a new one which you can use to wash the fodder beak. I haven't looked at it in the flesh, but I think that is a really good idea. That's the only one thing that mild man and I were talking about the other day, is that if the fodder beak's a little bit soily on certain years, if it's a bit dirtier than usual, it would be a nice feature to be able to wash the fodder beak. And there is a basket, I believe, on the new KW bucket which has got a rotating system and you can wash it in water, which I think is a really good idea to keep beak clean. If you've got a bit of soil in your fodder beak, you can get soil-borne diseases which can cause all sorts of problems for your livestock. So I think having a washing bucket is a really good idea. With that, thanks very much for watching today's video. Stay positive, keep liking, keep subscribing and all that good stuff, and I will catch you on the next one.